As I was growing up, I would find myself in a place of really wanting to strive, feeling a need to achieve, but then also not wanting to stand out, not wanting to garner any attention because somehow being seen didn't feel safe. I needed to make straight A's. I needed to excel in whatever I was taking on, but at the same time, when you get the paper back, you don't want anybody to see that grade because you don't want them to know how well you're doing because you don't want to stand out. It was really a trying to prove myself, trying to have a sense of worthiness. So one of the great things that my company would do is they would often put us through training. And so I was actually in a workshop one day, and they had someone come forward and they asked them for a volunteer. So she came forward and they did this exercise around energy. And the negative energy, when it was sent to her, which in and of itself felt bad to me, but when it was sent to her, she had her arm out and it just fell to her side. And when that happened, I immediately had a panic attack. I was completely unsettled. I was completely anxious. I did not know what was going on. I'd never experienced something like that before. It let me know that there was something I really needed to explore, and I needed to kind of figure out what was going on. And so I actually went to my associate pastor, which was Nancy Miller Campbell, who suggested someone for me to go talk to. And it took years for us to process what I had repressed for decades. And that was the fact that I was a child victim of sexual abuse. Because of the secrecy and silence that surrounds childhood sexual abuse, you make up stories about relationships and dynamics. And so as you start to peel back these layers, you realize what really is true. It was important for me to have a support group as I was learning this, as these truths and this awareness was being revealed to me. And they loved me even when I didn't feel lovable. As I was meeting with these ladies, I learned to be more vulnerable. I learned to be more authentic and share to a greater degree, and allowed me to really understand my relationship with God. It's also provided me increased meaning and purpose in my life. And as I've shared and as I've been vulnerable, my relationships all around me have deepened, and it actually encourages others to be more vulnerable with me and share with me to a greater degree. So the richness and the depth is just indescribable. We've all been through something, and it's what you do with that matters. And for me, it's that openness to be vulnerable, to learn, to grow, and surround yourself with people who love you and can support you. And really open yourself up to God and allow Him to help you feel that love and that support and that undergirding, because it's really amazing what's possible when you do. So if my story touches your heart, if you find yourself in any part of my story, my hope for you would be that you recognize that although life might be fine, it might be good, you might have the appearance of having it all together, there is so much more out there for you. And I really would hope that you could claim that life-giving story, that hope-filled life that is truly intended for you.